Hi, and welcome to our second series of podcasts hosted by the Whole Dyslexic Society, and welcome to Dyslexia Week, October 2020. I'm Sue Hall, a Davis dyslexia facilitator, author of Fish Don't Climb Trees, founder and chair of the Whole Dyslexic Society, and for the past 22 years, I've been working with children and adults who have the gift of dyslexia. Tristan Macdonald came up with the idea of making podcasts, and he will be joining us in this series as well. The podcasts are to be found on Podbean, Spotify, and YouTube. We had such a great response that we decided to launch the second series during Dyslexia Week, one each day, October the 5th to the 9th. In August, we had talked about what dyslexia truly is, how we dyslexics have a gift, a natural ability to alter our perception, and how it leads to talents in the real world and works against us in the 2D world of print. The overall message being we are totally learning able, we just don't happen to learn the way we're taught. In this series, we have international speakers who are delighted to focus on the Davis learning strategies, very simple methods that teachers and homeschoolers can learn in 2 days to enable them to provide tools, foundations, and skills for learning to all the children in their K-3 classrooms, regardless of their learning style, thus creating a cognitive equal opportunity for every child to reach their full potential. We're going to hear from Donna Dirksen, a teacher who, as a sound-based learner, was shocked to discover a world of image-based learners and has since become one of our strongest supporters. She now mentors teachers providing DLS in her school. Maggie Robertson is an inspirational teacher who joins us from her school in New Zealand to share her experience of DLS, which she has been using for many years. Richard Whitehead is a teacher, facilitator, presenter, author of Why Tyrannosaurus But Not If, and head of Davis Dyslexia Association UK. His book is written for teachers and interested parents. It provides a fascinating, educated, and compelling argument for using DLS in schools. Abigail Marshall is a retired lawyer, mother of a dyslexic, who is currently the webmaster for www.dyslexia.com. She is the ultimate researcher with a particular interest in brain research, and it truly is an honor to have her join us. To be as current as possible, we spoke with Chelsea Flett, who took a DLS workshop in October 2019 and is able to shed light on introducing these methods just before COVID, during the online schooling month, and making use of them when school reconvened. So, what are these Davis learning strategies? I hope this excerpt from my book, Fish Don't Climb Trees, is an enjoyable way to introduce them to you. The website is www.davislearn.com, and if you go to YouTube and search the Whole Dyslexic Society, you will find a video of DLS achieving great things in Maggie's school in New Zealand. If you or your school are interested in taking a DLS workshop or any other related questions, just email us at info@thewds.org. So please sit back and enjoy an introduction to the demise of learning challenges. Davis learning strategies. As Laura's kindergarten children come in from recess, she indicates that the whole class needs to do release to relax, get their alignment for focusing, and check their dial to regulate their energy levels. The collective sigh during release indicates they are relaxed, focused, and ready for learning, with a little reminder they are managing themselves, and that means she doesn't have to attempt to control them. The next step is to have clay rope in front of them so they can make a letter and master it. Laura decided that those who finish the mastery first can proceed to their printing books, draw the letter with pencil and paper in progressively smaller sizes. When all the letters are made and mastered, she asks the children to put the letters in alphabetical order on a tray, following the alphabet strip in front of them. This is a fun, hands-on activity allowing each student a sense of ownership, mastery, and achievement. The very reason she's a teacher is to witness this magnificent miracle, and her favorite question to ask is, whose alphabet is this? Or whose S is this? The look in their eyes when they know that it is their own creation, made with their own hands, makes it all worthwhile. These letters are not regurgitated, teacher-driven, rote answers that students have memorized without experiential or conceptual understanding. This is true learning. The letters are not strung around the room or traced, they are individually handmade. Laura sees the benefit of mastering the alphabet letters manifesting in various ways. For example, having mastered the letter S, she sees the children at reading time or story time, during music or free play, delighting in the constant application and rediscovery of the S and its many sounds that seems to pop out of nowhere, as if it had never existed before they made it in play. Her reception level English as a second language students, not having one word of English when they entered school, have mastered the English alphabet right alongside their English-speaking peers. For this kindergarten class, the Davis Learning Strategies method has been their first and only introduction to letters and numbers outside their familial experiences. When Laura saw that reversals were only presenting in students' numbers post-alphabet mastery, she got them to master their numbers, and then there were no more reversals. She says, it was so simple, so easy, and so inclusive. Learning to read, in readiness for reading to learn, can be fun for all. There's a bold statement. As her children have their focusing skill and have mastered their letters, all they have to do is to spell out a word, and Laura will tell them what it is. If they say an incorrect letter, she asks them to check their alignment. They can get it back and have another go. She loves the simplicity of this process. It is so simple, there are no assumptions, no altered perceptions. It builds confidence, and it works for everyone. As the children progress from spell reading to sweep spell reading and eventually picture punctuation, no little PC or Apple Mac is left behind. Laura integrates traditional phonemic awareness, printing programs, and sight words with the Davis Learning Strategies and finds this to be mutually reinforcing and highly engaging. Her students' scores on literacy rubrics are consistently meeting expectations unless she gets a transfer student who missed the initial Davis training. When this happens, she gets her students to walk the new child through the procedure of letter and alphabet mastery before introducing him to creative or personal writing. Mastering words will come next, ensuring that her little sponges have all three parts of the words they read and spell: the meaning as a three-dimensional image, the spelling, and the whole sound. If Laura were able to keep her class and continue these strategies, mastering a trigger word a day, they would have mastered all the trigger words by the end of grade 3. Any potential dyslexics would not have the blanks that cause confusion and loss of focus. All the class would have an understanding of the English language far beyond any current wild dream of their parents and educators. Laura is pleasantly surprised and delighted to see that the linear sequential thinkers, whose medium of choice is probably not plasticine clay, learn to be more creative. Not only does she have happy children with happy parents, but she is a happy and fulfilled teacher. She has been to hundreds of workshops, taken postgraduate classes, joined the literacy project, and read countless books on best practices. None have given the simple, undeniable results that have arisen from the Davis Learning Strategies. The parents of some of her previous students beam when they tell her that the younger siblings are reading road signs and street names and writing letters in their free time. They are 5- and 6-year-olds after all.
An article in the 2001 Journal of Reading Improvement substantiates DLS successes. Over the course of 6 years, 86 elementary students in 3 classrooms of 2 San Francisco-based schools participated in a pilot study using the Davis learning strategies. Their teachers all received 30 hours of DLS training. Once the strategies were implemented, none of the children needed any special services, all of their reading levels were above average, and more children were sent to the gifted program.
Too good to be true? I'd like to offer this thought as you listen to the following podcasts. The challenges connected to dyslexia and many other so-called learning disabilities only exist because our education system currently teaches one way. It teaches to the little PC computers, and we happen to be the little Apple Macs. These very, very simple strategies allow both the little Apple Macs and the little PCs to learn on an equal footing. I sincerely hope that you will enjoy the podcasts, obviously, but also be part of a change that has to happen within our education system. We cannot have children failing. We cannot have them arriving on our doorstep thinking that they are stupid. They're not stupid, and their challenges can be avoided. Tomorrow we have Donna Dougson, who will be sharing her view as a teacher who is a sound-based thinker and was shocked to discover that there were people who didn't think like she did. Bye for now.